Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tyler from tylerzipper.com. Hope you're doing well today. Today, I'm going to be walking you through how I organize my website projects using Google Drive. So, before I get started with any website project and building it out and creating assets, what I do is create these project folders in Google Drive to help keep my assets and any files nice and clean and tidy. Because what happens sometimes is once you jump right into a project and you start creating things, like for example, you're writing up copy for your website page, you're designing logo in another tool, you're exchanging some files back and forth via email, things tend to get lost and scattered, and then say come 3 months later you're looking for something, you don't know where to find it, and it gets frustrating for you. So before I get started with anything, I set up these project folders in my Google Drive so that I know exactly where to find files and other things like that. So jumping over to my drive here, you can see this is how I have my files and folders set up. So there's two ways that I like to do this. One is by just creating a general documents and assets folder. So if we jump into this folder here, you'll see this is where I hold things like different icons that I use throughout the website, different templates and wireframes that I've mocked up before I started the design, any logos and different file formats in there. I have a folder for my website inquiries, so anytime anyone fills out a form on the site, they get auto-populated right into this folder. And then this is also where I hold my project brief. So this is a document that I use and that I create before designing my project, just to build a nice roadmap of where I want to go. So the next way that I like to set this up is based off of different pages that I built in my content outline. So a content outline is what I did in my project brief, and this I touched on in a different video, but a project brief is a document where I cover 4 different sections, like why do you want a website, goals you want your website to achieve, inspiration websites, and then that content outline that I was talking about. So if we jump down there, this is where you start mapping out the different pages you envision to have on your website. So you can see here in my content outline, I have a page for my home page. I have a drop down folder for my services, which holds 4 different pages. I have an about me page, a blog page, etc., etc. So once you get that content outline finalizing your project brief, what I'll do is I'll create folders that mimic those same pages I set up in my content outline. And then once I get those folders set up, I'll create subfolders, like for example where I showed you before, where I had those 4 different pages for my services. So if we jump over to my site quick, it'll give you a little better look on how that is. So once you go here, you see here the 4 different pages that are mimicked in my drive. So what do I like to hold in these different folders and subfolders? Well, the two main things I host in here is any media files, so images, icons, Photoshop files, videos, and then also any text assets. So anytime you write any copy, I put those in those particular folders. So one good example to show this is on my blog page. So here I have a folder set up for my blog, and then if we jump in there, I have a subfolder for each blog post I write. So if we go in here, in this blog post, you'll see I have everything from the icons that I have, the different screenshots or pictures I use. I host the video files, so kind of like what I'm doing right here. Once I'm done with that, I'll put that in that subfolder. So it's just a real nice way to keep things organized right from the beginning instead of trying to scatter and find things later on. So if you have any questions about organizing or getting your project set up, please reach out to me and I can help answer any questions for you. Hope this helps, and thanks for watching, and happy organizing.